Con đi học gì vậy? Dạ vâng, bây giờ cũng đã là 7 giờ 6 phút. Chắc là xin phép và tất cả các anh chị, các bạn, chương trình của chúng ta sẽ được bắt đầu ngay bây giờ ạ. Vâng, xin được chào mừng tất cả các anh chị và các bạn đến với hội thảo trực tuyến cùng với hai trường đại học hàng đầu Ireland là trường University College Dublin, gọi tắt là trường UCD, và trường Trinity College Dublin, hay còn gọi là trường TCD, được tổ chức bởi công ty PHC EduLinks ngày hôm nay. Thì lời đầu tiên thì tôi xin tự giới thiệu, tôi tên là Nguyễn Thị Gấm Hương, là quản lý của PHC ở văn phòng Hà Nội, và cũng xin thay mặt công ty PHC cũng như là hai trường đại học xin được gửi lời trân trọng biết ơn đến cái sự hiện diện của tất cả các anh chị và các bạn đã dành cái thời gian rất là quý báu của mình để tham dự cái buổi hội thảo trực tuyến gọi là webinar ngày hôm nay của chúng tôi. Và cũng xin chúc cho tất cả chúng ta sẽ có một cái buổi tối thật là nhiều điều tốt lành, nhiều niềm vui, và những cái thông tin rất là hữu ích. Vâng. Và trong Zoom ngày hôm nay thì có thể là có các bậc phụ huynh, cũng có thể có các bạn học sinh. Thì tôi xin phép được xưng tên mình là Gấm Hương ạ, và xin được gọi chung mọi người là quý anh chị. Vâng. Không biết là đầu tiên, để trước khi mà mình bắt đầu chương trình thì có thể mình giao lưu một chút, trong lúc đợi có thể có những cái anh chị khác cũng tham dự. Thì không biết ở đây mọi người có thể tương tác cùng ban tổ chức là gõ vào khung chat là mình đến từ thành phố nào đúng không ạ? Đến từ tỉnh thành nào á? Thì bởi vì là chúng ta có rất là nhiều tỉnh thành khác nhau đúng không ạ? Và có thể mọi người cũng biết đến cái chương trình này, và nó là một chương trình trực tuyến nữa, cho nên nó không có một cái giới hạn nào là ở Hà Nội, Hồ Chí Minh hay là có thể là ở các tỉnh thành khác nữa. Thì mọi người có thể dành những chút giao lưu, và trong suốt cái buổi ngày hôm nay thì chúng tôi cũng xin phép là giữ mọi người ở chế độ im lặng, để mà chương trình nó diễn ra được xuyên suốt. Thế còn thì trong cái quá trình mà mọi người tham dự, mọi người có câu hỏi hoặc là muốn có một cái trao đổi gì với ban tổ chức thì mình cũng có thể bật cái khung chat này và trao đổi ở đây ạ. Vâng. Thì ở đây tôi thấy cũng đang có các câu trả lời đấy ạ. Ở Hồ Chí Minh, hầu như là Hồ Chí Minh ạ, Hà Nội, Hồ Chí Minh, có người đến từ Gia Lai, dạ. Vâng ạ. Vâng, xin cảm ơn các anh chị. Thì Hương nghĩ rằng là dù mình đến
Recording in progress.
dù mình đến từ tỉnh thành nào thì có lẽ chúng ta đều có một cái mối quan tâm chung, đó là du học. Du học mà đây cụ thể là du học Ireland đúng không ạ, và du học châu Âu và du học Ireland. Và Cẩm Hương có một niềm tin rằng là thực sự thì chúng ta đều xứng đáng để có được mọi điều chúng ta mong muốn trong cuộc đời, mà trong đó thì có cả một cái cơ hội để mà có thể vươn tới những cái nền giáo dục tốt nhất trên thế giới. Và ngày hôm nay thì trong cái buổi webinar đầu tiên trong cái chuỗi 9 cái buổi webinar gọi là Ireland Unbox 2025 được tổ chức bởi PHC, thì chúng tôi cũng mong muốn là giới thiệu đến tất cả các anh chị, các quý vị một cái những cái trường đại học, 16 cái trường đại học hàng đầu của Ireland. Và trong số đó thì hai trường đại học ngày hôm nay là hai trường vừa là top của Ireland, vừa là nằm trong danh sách top 1% các trường đại học tốt nhất trên thế giới. Thì rất là đây là một cái niềm vinh dự và cũng là một niềm vui rất là lớn khi mời đại diện của hai trường đến đây để chia sẻ cùng với cả tất cả các anh chị ngày hôm nay. Thì trước khi bắt đầu thì Gấm Hương xin phép được chia sẻ một chút. Đấy là buổi hội thảo của chúng ta hôm nay sẽ dự kiến trong vòng khoảng 2 tiếng, từ bây giờ đến lúc 9 giờ tối, được tổ chức trên nền tảng Zoom. Và đồng thời thì cái buổi webinar này cũng đang được phát live trực tiếp ở trên YouTube và Facebook. Thì sau hội thảo thì sẽ có cái đường link YouTube á, thì là mọi người có thể vào cái đường link này và nghe lại cái phần recording của buổi hội thảo, phần ghi âm của buổi hội thảo nếu mọi người muốn nghe lại. Và trong lúc tham dự ấy, thì nếu mà như tôi vừa nói á, thì mọi người có thể sử dụng các cái thư mục, cái mục như là chat để mà mọi người có thể xem các cái trao đổi với ban tổ chức. Ngoài ra thì chúng tôi có một cái phần này, đây ạ, đây là cái phần gọi là hiển thị phụ đề, hoặc là gọi là show captions. Thì mình có thể bấm vào đây để mình lựa chọn tiếng Việt. Và thực ra là mỗi lần mà diễn giả là các anh chị ở bên các trường á, họ nói bằng tiếng Anh á, thì ai cần thì mình có thể bật vào đây, và cái phần này là sẽ được dịch bởi bởi Zoom ha các bạn, bởi Zoom ha các anh chị. Zoom là AI đấy ạ. AI của Zoom sẽ dịch, thì mình có thể tham khảo thêm cái phần đó. Vâng, và tôi cũng xin phép đi qua về cái chương trình. Thì chương trình của chúng ta ngày hôm nay thì sẽ có hai trường đại học, có hai cái phần chia sẻ về giới thiệu về trường. Và bên cạnh đó thì sau khi mà hết hai cái phần trình bày của hai trường thì mình sẽ có một cái mini game cái mini game nhỏ này với khoảng 10 câu hỏi về các trường, về hai trường cũng như là về Ireland, và cũng rất là mong các anh chị sẽ dành thời gian ở lại đến cuối tham dự cái mini game rất là vui này, và chúng ta sẽ có những cái phần quà rất là thú vị dành cho những người trả lời câu hỏi đúng và nhanh nhất, và cơ hội dành cho tất cả mọi người đấy ạ. Và nếu chúng ta có những cái câu hỏi thì mình có thể gõ trước vào khung chat ha, hoặc là mình có thể đợi đến cái đoạn cuối cùng sau cái mini game thì chúng tôi cũng có phần mà hỏi đáp, thì ai có câu hỏi gì mình có thể hỏi trực tiếp tại thời điểm đó, hoặc là mọi người gõ khung chat thì tới lúc đó thì các diễn giả cũng sẽ có cái giao lưu trả lời cùng với cả các anh chị ở đây ạ. Dạ vâng, và bây giờ thì để bắt đầu thì ngày hôm nay thì tôi cũng xin phép được giới thiệu chị Hằng. Chị Phạm Thị Vinh Hằng là nhà sáng lập cũng như là tổng giám đốc của công ty PHC. Chị đã có 15 năm kinh nghiệm với những hiểu biết rất là sâu sắc về du học và định cư tại Ireland. Và chị cũng đã là người đồng hành cùng hàng ngàn bạn trẻ Việt để chạm được đến cái giấc mơ du học quốc tế tại Ireland và các nước khác. Thì ngay sau đây xin được mời chị Hằng để chị Hằng có một đôi lời phát biểu đầu chương trình ạ.
Xin cảm ơn Gấm Hương và xin được gửi lời chào cũng như là chào mừng các anh chị phụ huynh cũng như là các bạn đã dành cái thời gian tham gia cái buổi hội thảo trực tuyến của PHC ngày hôm nay. Chị xin đính chính một tí, chị là Hằng, là giám đốc, PHC là giám đốc, và chị có thể nói là chị rất là tự tin cũng như là vui là chị đã có một cái khoảng thời gian rất là dài với giáo dục và văn hóa Ireland, cũng như tất thảy những cái chính sách của di trú. Thế thì cũng như là không không chỉ riêng những cái thông tin đó, và cũng như là thông tin về các trường, trong đó có chương trình đào tạo cũng như là học bổng của hai trường UCD và GDT. Thế nên là chị tin tưởng rằng và cũng rất là vui khi được tiếp nhận những cái thông tin cũng như là những cái câu hỏi của các bạn sau, không chỉ riêng cái buổi hội thảo ngày hôm nay, và trong tất thể những cái lộ trình cũng như là chặng đường thắc mắc của các bạn trong thời gian tới. Và cuối cái buổi chương trình này, nếu như các bạn nào hoặc là các anh chị phụ huynh nào có những câu hỏi tư vấn chuyên sâu hoặc là có những cái thắc mắc thì cứ mạnh dạn nhắn, và bên chị Gấm Hương là Office Manager của PHC tại Hà Nội cũng như Việt Office Manager của PHC tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh sẽ cùng với chị giải đáp và hỗ trợ tất cả các bạn. Thank you.
Vâng, cảm ơn chị Hằng. Và sau đây thì vâng, thì như vậy là chị Hằng đã có vài lời gọi là mở đầu cho hội thảo trực tuyến ngày hôm nay, và sau đây thì Cẩm Vân xin phép được mình sẽ chuyển sang cái phần nội dung đầu tiên. Trước khi mà đến với cái bài trình bày đầu tiên đến từ trường UCD thì xin mời tất cả các anh chị chúng ta sẽ cùng xem một cái video ạ. Cả nhà chờ Cẩm Vân chút xíu ha.
A warm welcome awaits you in Ireland, where we are famed around the world for our Céad Míle Fáilte, 100,000 welcomes, where miles of dramatic coastline meet miles of smiles, music, culture and fun. We look forward to welcoming you to Dublin, a safe, English-speaking European capital city. Steeped in tradition, Dublin boasts an exciting and multicultural environment which is home to established tech giants and up-and-coming startups. University College Dublin is Ireland's global university. Our beautiful Parkline campus is one of the largest in Europe and hosts students from over 150 different countries.
UCD, the first choice destination for international students in Ireland,
where students build satellites, create futures, and join a legacy of creative thinkers.
Working with academic experts at the forefront of research and innovation in their fields.
Home to the most student clubs and societies in Ireland, where you can really get involved and make lifelong friendships and connections.
Where we debate the world's big issues, and sustainability is core to our thinking and our actions.
Where there are hundreds of acres of space to explore, and we are committed to giving you the best possible campus experience.
Where 36% of the faculty are international, and we foster a mindset of integration of different cultures across campus.
Where a dedicated global community team is here to help you get started.
Where we are waiting to offer you a Céad Míle Fáilte. We look forward to welcoming you to Ireland's global university, your university, University College Dublin.
Bây giờ chạy thì về nhà loay hoay bao nhiêu việc.
Dạ vâng, sau đây thì tôi xin mời giới thiệu cô Apple Chan sẽ đến từ trường UCD sẽ có phần chia sẻ của mình ạ. Please welcome Apple. You are on mute.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Hong, and hi everyone. Thanks for your time of joining today. So my name is Apple Chan, and I'm the recruitment coordinator for UCD in the Asia Pacific region. So usually you will see me a bit more after you receive an offer to UCD, but regardless, even before you receive an offer, you will still reach out to me in time to time, depending on if you have any particular questions. And we have the wonderful team, PHC, who is actually based in Vietnam to actually support you as well if you need anything before your travel over to Ireland. So with the very wonderful video that you actually saw just now, a lot of them are the campus land of UCD and a quick overview of Dublin per se. So I couldn't delve a lot into Dublin because nowadays it's very easy to find information online. So I'll focus a bit more of UCD, the programs that we have, and then also like what are the offerings that we have, and also how to get to UCD if you are interested to join Ireland's Global University. Okay. So moving on, a bit more of UCD. So as you can see on the picture here, so UCD, we have two campuses. So one is the main Bellevue campus, which is the one on the left-hand side, and the one on the right-hand side is called the Blackrock campus. If, for example, you will be coming to study in UCD, so regardless if you are doing a foundation program, or if you are doing a bachelor degree, or even a master degree, or a PhD, or postdoctoral, you never know, you might come to UCD to do a research program, you will be studying in the main Bellevue campus, the one on the left-hand side, with the only exception that if you are doing a postgraduate business program, so for example, like an MBA or either a master in management, in that case, you will be based on the Blackrock campus, which is the campus on the right-hand side. So regardless which campus that you are actually based in, both of them are in Dublin. They're actually not too far apart. In fact, there is actually a bus that allows you to actually travel between the both campuses, roughly around 15 minutes away. Or if you want to walk over, depending on how fast you walk, it could be everything from half an hour to 40 minutes. And it's quite a pleasant walk. When you are in Ireland, do be prepared. You'll be walking a lot because the weather, the climate there is quite different in comparison to the region here. So what happens is get a very comfortable pair of shoes, put on your rain jacket or windbreaker. So if you do actually come to Ireland, enjoy the walk. It's quite a calming, relaxing thing that you can do when you are in Ireland. And of course, explore both campuses. Because the UCD campus, like the video I've showed you, is actually a very beautiful campus. There's a lot of places where you can explore. We actually retain a lot of the nature part in campus as well. So even like in terms of our ecosystem, in terms of the facilities or even the buildings and the architect of it, a lot of them are retained, and of course we modernize it as we go as well. And especially if you are coming to study in UCD, we do have on-campus accommodation. So if you are lucky to get on-campus accommodation as well, it's actually very good because we have a lot of facilities within campus ground. Like we have a convenience store in campus, our own cinema, our own theater even. So definitely spend your time at least when you are in UCD or in Ireland or in Dublin. Or even if you do drop by the region anytime, you can always book a campus tour just so that you get used and understand where you will be studying in the future if you do have the chance to visit Europe, or either if you do drop by over to the UK, it's an hour away from London. So definitely come by and visit us if possible. So one thing to highlight, so like Media mentioned, UCD is one of Europe's largest urban campus. So there's a lot of world-class facilities and also on-campus accommodation that we have within the campus ground. So that also includes benefit in terms of you if you are looking to do into research, or even some of the technologies that are being used would help you in the long term as well. Especially like if you are looking into business, for example, we have something called the Bloomberg's Trading Room, where it allows students to actually gain a certificate or gain knowledge of how to use the technology that is being used in Bloomberg's own trading room even before you graduate. So it actually gives you a kickstart as well before you actually go on to the workforce to have that knowledge in terms of utilizing the high end and the most current technologies that are being used in the industry per se. And then in terms of the woodland part, so it's like the part where I mentioned the reserve natured part in UCD campus. So we also have woodland walks. So sometimes our students would joke that them walking around campus itself is a gym sport on its own. So you don't really need to go to the gym separately. But of course, if you want to do like proper gym work, like strength endurance training, those type of things, UCD per se, we have almost 5 to 6 different type of gyms across campus. So generally, feel free to actually look us up online. We are active on a lot of social media platforms as well. Check us out to see if you can imagine yourself studying in UCD one day in the future. So like I mentioned, these are some of the world-class facilities. The Bloomberg Trading Room, the one I've highlighted there. And Island Science District is also based within UCD as well as we have our School of Law is very popular, the Sunderland School of Law, our UCD Global Lounge, and also Olympic-sized swimming pool. So in Dublin, there's only 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools. One of it is actually in UCD campus. So if any one of you enjoys swimming or maybe would like to join our swim team, so our swim team actually has professional team, and also like if you just want to do it as a casual, it's possible as well. So it's really up to you, but we have the facilities available for students who are interested in that, regardless any sports or any student society that you are interested in. And of course, just a few things to highlight about UCD. So you'll notice that one thing is we always call ourselves Ireland's Global University because of the number of international students and the diversity of our international students. So we are actually a research-driven public university in Ireland, and our first-year retention rate is up to 94%. So it's a very strong statistic showing that students that do enroll into our university will progress into their studies and even graduate with the degree of their own preference. And of course, to support that as well, we have a lot of facilities that actually help students to do it. For example, like if you are interested in agriculture or even animal science related, UCD, we own our own research farm that is almost 3 times the size of UCD campus, where it has everything from the farm to the fork in terms of helping students to understand the whole process as well. On top of that, we also have our own veterinary hospital within campus, and I mentioned our own cinema within campus, and a meteorological station as well if you are interested in science or like astrophysics, those type of area. And on top of that, a lot of our subjects area are ranked highly in the world. So some of them are within the top 50 and a lot of them within the top 200 of the world as well. So just to also give you a quick snapshot, because nowadays when students are looking to study abroad, they want to know, like, what is my end goal of it? Like, do I get a job after I completed my study? So yes, UCD, we put in a lot of resources as well in terms of developing students' career. So on the most left-hand side here, just to show you roughly, I took a page out from our career guide, just for you to understand like roughly what type of support that is available for students who are studying in UCD. So if, for example, you are coming to study for a 1 year for a bachelor degree with UCD, so in your first year, even at the point of entry, there will be a lot of clubs and societies, activities, and also a lot of volunteering experience for students to get involved. Because it's a time where you make friends, network, know people, build friendships. Because like I say, friendships are bridges as well. It helps you in the long run in terms of finding a job. It helps you in terms of assimilating to the culture, to understand like the market there, to understand the culture there. So it's very important that you mingle around at least for your first year to know what are the opportunities that are out there. And then when it comes to second year, there will be a bit more structured in terms of career coaching and workshops. So how it works is UCD, right? We actually run 4 main recruitment fairs on campus every year. And on top of that, there is smaller program or subject-specific recruitment fairs, and also a lot of public recruitment fairs that are being run around Dublin. So students are free to explore, and we also understand that when you are coming to a foreign country, it is not possible for you to know what employers are out there. So at least for the first few years, it's useful for you to actually go out there to see like what are the companies that are available in Ireland, who are the employers, what is the requirement, what is the timeline. So that's why as you progress within the 3 years, you will have the opportunity every year to actually join those recruitment fairs because they are usually free of charge. Just go in there, even though in most cases you might not be able to get a full-time employment yet at that point, but it's useful for you to know who is available. Then when it comes to 3rd year, when you are ready to go on for internship, or the 4th year, when you are ready for a full-time employment, you have a bit more confidence in terms of navigating the job market. And especially if you come on to do a bachelor degree in UCD, right? Generally, most of the bachelor degree will have an internship as part of the degree. This is to help students to have an informed decision. If, for example, like you are thinking of a particular area or subjects and you want to make that into a career. So try it out at least in the internship, whether you like it or not. And a lot of programs in UCD is designed in a way where it is broad in the first 3 years or 2 years. And then as you progress within the degree, it gets more and more specialized. And you have the option to choose a specialization at the year of your graduation, or even like in the 3rd year. So that's why having experience in internships also helps you to identify, to see what you are good at, what you like, what you prefer, because sometimes when you are studying, you may think that, oh, this might be something I like, but when you actually do it in real life, that decision may change. So it's very important for you to try it out in real life first and see whether you enjoy it or not. Then when you come back after your internship, it helps you to make an informed decision if this is something that you want to pursue as a career. So I provided also a testimonial here from a student who actually came and studied TESOL with us. So the student actually is currently still teaching in Ireland. So she have actually managed to kickstart her journey into teaching in Ireland. And I'm pretty sure she might also be looking to travel around a bit more as well in Europe, because that usually happens to students when they are studying in Ireland. They enjoy traveling over in Europe because of the proximity around it and because of the opportunities that they have. So it's also something that we highly recommend students to explore when you are studying, because it's also very important for you to have that exposure when you are studying abroad, not just the academic part of it, but also in terms of your personal development, in terms of your social development as well. And the most right-hand side that I have here is the statistics of our students in terms of where they actually go on to after they completed their study. So almost 92% of our students, especially in the undergraduate cohort, they go on to pursue employment and also even further studies like going into research, for example, within 9 months after they have completed their studies. So very strong portfolio that we have in terms of supporting students in their career development. So in terms of our international outlook here, so one thing I want to highlight here is the number of our student population and our diversity as well. So you see this student population is almost 37,000, and among it, almost 10,000 of them are international students. So you are looking at almost 30 to 40% depending on what time of the year, because we also have students abroad. We also have exchange opportunity as well. So there's always students coming into campus as exchange students, or our students going out to different parts of the world to exchange, or even Erasmus program for some of you who have maybe done a bit more research in European studies, or even like studying in Europe per se. So you've probably heard of Erasmus. So we are the part of Ireland that is a European Union country. So we are highly involved in Erasmus, and then a lot of EU type of research projects as well. So if you are interested in that, there is tons of opportunity around that. And the diversity of our nationality, not only in student population, but for our student population, there is currently recorded 152 different nationalities. And on top of that, of course, our staff population is also very diverse. Like myself, I'm coming from Malaysia. We have a regional office in Malaysia to support students in the Asia Pacific region before you travel over to Ireland. So anything, feel free to reach out to us, or either if you need a more local support, because we can't be always in Vietnam every single day. So if you need a more local support, definitely reach out to the PHC team. They'll be more than happy to support you. And we also have the largest peer mentor program in Ireland as well. So we are a strong believer that students, they are a part of the community. So on top of receiving support from the community, they would also be contributing back to the community as they progress as well. So on top of that, the standard thing, for example, like sports clubs, student societies, international student societies. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to get involved, to join, meet people, to learn about new things when you are studying there. Because like I mentioned, it's very important not only for you to be strong academically, but also for you to be involved in the various personal development opportunities and social development opportunities. All right, so moving on a bit more is the programs that we have to offer. So UCD is actually a very comprehensive university, meaning that we have a lot of programs across different subject areas. So we have almost 70 plus bachelor degrees, almost 290 plus postgraduate degrees, and also PhD programs for students who are interested in research or even postdoctoral opportunities as well. So these are our colleges and schools. So there's a lot of them, almost 6 colleges and 38 different schools. I don't expect you to remember every single one of them, but just so that you know what type of majors that are available in UCD, as well as what are the opportunities that you can look at when you are actually studying or interested in studying in Ireland or in UCD. So here are some of a snapshot of the programs that we are more popular with. So for example, if you're interested in like agriculture-related programs or like health science, anatomy, physiology, veterinary, those type of area, we are really strong in those type of area. Or if you're looking at engineering, like chemical engineering, civil structural engineering, petroleum, architecture, those type of area. If you're looking at natural science, so everything from even earth, marine, or either if you're looking at environmental, geography, geology, geophysics, mathematics, or social science, if you're looking into business, library and information management, politics, international relations, sociology, sports-related subject, or even statistics, those type of area. Or even if you're looking at art and humanities, so archaeology, history, those type of area, or English language and literature, performing arts, or if you're looking at philosophy. So those are the areas that we are popular for. Excuse me. All right, so just to show you a bit how our degrees are structured. So if you are coming to UCD to study a bachelor degree, we usually call it an undergraduate program. So a bachelor degree is normally 3 to 4 years, depending on the subject area. If you are looking at medicine, then it may go up to 5, 6 years. So that depends on how you perform in the interview. Of course, a lot of factors will affect the duration as well. And then usually for a bachelor level degree, so it's normally 60 credits in total. And then how it works is 50 credit is related to the subject area that you choose. So for example, like if you decided to come on to UCD to study a business program, what happens is then you have 50 credits in business, and then you have another 10 more credits for you to actually explore in different areas. So maybe if you want to use it to learn a language, or if you want to cross it over to different areas of subject that you might be interested in, you can actually use that 10 credits to explore and try out different things. So it's a very good system in the sense that it helps to build a all-rounded student, not only focus in their particular subject area, but them to have a more stronger exposure in terms of the different areas beyond their own study area. And on top of it, if you are looking at a graduate taught program, so a graduate taught program is normally referring to a master degree. So a master degree is usually 1 year, with the exception that some professional master, like if you are looking at an engineering master degree, for example, those are usually 2 years in total. So master degrees are a bit more diverse. What happens is each program, they may be structured quite differently. They will have taught modules. So taught modules are like lecture modules, and combined with, for example, project, or it could be dissertation, it could be internship, it could be a work placement, it could be a live learning, or even like, for example, a capstone project. So it may differ a lot based on the type of master degree that you enroll into. So we do have the web page where you can actually go on to actually find the relevant programs, read through them, and then you can also see what modules are available as part of the degree itself. So moving on, what type of qualification that you need to present to enroll into UCD? So if you are coming to UCD to study a bachelor degree or an undergraduate program, so we accept the Vietnamese gifted high school. If you have a GPA of 8 and above, usually that will be fine for most programs. But of course, if you are applying to more competitive programs, for example, like business, science, engineering, we will of course recommend students to also additionally provide a SAT. So some of you all may have heard of SAT, some of you all maybe not. So SAT is more, I guess it's more familiar in the US curriculum, the American curriculum. So it's an additional test where it will test your reading, writing, and arithmetic. So usually we will combine the gifted high school with a SAT if we are looking for more competitive program. Also, if you are doing any of the A-level, IB, the US curriculum, Canadian curriculum, Australian curriculum, we accept them directly into our first year as well. If, for example, you are coming from a general national curriculum in Vietnam that is not from a gifted high school, in that case, we do have a foundation program as well that is run through study group. It will be based on UCD campus. So meaning that you will be traveling 1 year in advance to do your foundation program. And after completion of your foundation program, you can then progress into our first year bachelor degree. And for students who are interested to come to UCD to study a postgraduate program, so a postgraduate program is like a third master, a master degree. So normally we require an honors bachelor degree, so meaning a bachelor degree from Vietnam with a minimum CGPA of 7/10. Of course, some programs may need a higher score, so this is just a general requirement, just so that you see if you are interested in applying at UCD, what type of grade is required. And some programs will need you to actually present some work experience as well. So if you have any work experience, definitely highlight it in your application. It can be quite useful in some cases for some program. And for students who are interested in applying for PhD in recent years, we have been seeing a bit more interest and a bit more inquiries around that. So I've provided a link as well. So don't worry about it. The presentation will be shared by the PhD team to you later on. So definitely keep an eye, read through the links that is provided in the presentation. And English requirements. So just to highlight some of the common misconception when you are studying in Ireland is like, oh, do I need to learn the Irish language? Okay, the answer is no, you don't need to. So all teaching and learning in Ireland is generally done in English. So that's why there is usually an English requirement. So and IELTS usually is a 6.5 overall, or either a 6 in individual band. So the individual band is referring to like writing, speaking, listening, those type of individual bands. So if you have that, generally it allows you to enroll into most program in UCD. Of course, some program, like if you are going into like TESOL, or if you are going into education, or if you are going into our postgraduate business program, so those type of programs may need a higher English requirement. So in those cases, it might be something like overall 7 and then no minimum band below 6.5. So just to double check on the website, in case some program may have a higher English requirement. And we also accept everything from like TOEFL or either DET. And then another option is if it's like really not possible for you to meet the English language, we additionally also have pre-sessional and pre-masters available as well. So those are English language programs that are a bit short term for you to actually prepare your English before you start your master degree. And in terms of what are the things of materials that you need to prepare to actually apply to UCD, so starting from the right-hand side here, so generally we advise students to prepare their academic transcript. So academic transcript is referring to, for example, a bachelor transcript or either like your high school transcript or either your degree certificate, award certificate, those type of things, and English language. Those are generally the main two documents that is required for most programs. But additionally, we also advise students, if possible, to provide a CV or resume and 2 reference letters and a personal statement. This is to maximize your chances in terms of enrolling into a program at UCD. Because like some programs, they may have additional requirement where they want to see work experience, or some programs like architecture, for example, if you're applying to a master degree in architecture, they may ask for a portfolio, for example. So those type of more program specific requirement, you can also check those requirements on the program website. And how to apply? So the most straightforward is you can bring all the documents to one of UCD authorized agents, for example, like PHC in Vietnam. So you bring your documents to them and they can actually help to submit an application on your behalf. If you go through one of our authorized agents, there's no need to pay the application fee, and their service are generally free. So if not, you need to submit an application through our online application portal, in which you need to pay a 60 euro application fee if you submit it through your online application portal. And in terms of the general information like tuition fee, living costs, so I have a rough guideline on the left-hand side, but you may want to double check again the year that you are applying because it might change a bit due to inflation, unfortunately. But normally how it works is if you are enrolling into a non-laboratory program, non-laboratory is referring to, for example, like business, arts, social science, those type of program, then generally 1 year tuition fee is roughly 23,000 euro per year. And if you're looking at a laboratory program, something like science, engineering, architecture, those type of program, so if you're looking at those, they are generally 29,000 euro per year. And of course, medicine is the most expensive, or health science program usually are more expensive than laboratory programs. So it can be everything from 3,000 to 59,000, depending on the major that you are looking in, clinical or health science. And living costs in Dublin at the moment, including accommodation, so it's normally around 17 to 32,000 euro per year. So just to note that accommodation can be quite expensive in Dublin because Dublin is the capital city of the Republic of Ireland. So just so that you actually is aware of that and do get prepared and look for accommodation as soon as you receive an offer. Because when you actually wait until August to look for accommodation, there may be only very expensive accommodation left or very limited choice that is available to you. And in terms of our application timeline, so how it works is ours is usually a September intake, and students can start applying from the 1st of October. So our scholarship deadlines are usually around February and March, and I'll just show you some of our scholarships available. But of course, I will highly recommend you to go on to the website for more information. So these are the scholarships available at UCD. So we have a partial scholarship called the International Student Scholarship. We also have a Global Excellence Scholarship, which is 100% or 50% of the tuition fee. On top of that, we also have the Ireland's Fellow Program, which is a government-level scholarship that covers both tuition fee and cost of living, as well as the Government of Ireland IES scholarship. So you can look into those scholarships to find out like what is the requirement, what is the timeline. But usually the advice is you need to first gain an offer at UCD before you can apply to any of the scholarships. And last but not least, these are our social media handlers. So feel free to hop onto it if you need any further information or just view any of the information that is available. So that is the end of my presentation. So I've also provided a couple of links for our Vietnamese students' testimonials as well. So you can click onto the video, have a look. And I'll pass over to Haika from Trinity College, Dublin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Apple. Thank you very much for a very useful, informative presentation. And I saw that there's some questions already, so I think maybe we will go ahead first and then we save the question until the Q&A later. Yeah, thank you. Vâng, xin cảm ơn cô Apple đã vừa chia sẻ với chúng ta về trường đại học UCD, và Ngọc Hương thấy là trong mục chat thì đang có các anh chị và các bạn đặt một số câu hỏi á. Thì các cái câu hỏi này chúng tôi xin phép là đến cuối chương trình, đến cái phần hỏi đáp thì chúng tôi sẽ có cái giải đáp cùng với các diễn giả. Và sau đây, trước khi đến với cái phần tiếp theo từ trường TCD thì tôi cũng xin phép được chia sẻ, mời các bạn chúng ta cùng xem một video ngắn và trước khi sang cái phần chia sẻ của anh Hacker.
A warm welcome awaits you in Ireland, where we are famed around the world for our céad míle fáilte, 100,000 A warm welcome.
On the western edge of Europe lies a modern capital city, and in the beating heart of this city is Ireland's highest-ranking university, Trinity College, Dublin. Trinity is a modern, living, breathing campus, pulsing with people, energy and ideas. It's made an indelible mark on Ireland and the world for more than 4 centuries, but its 21st century incarnation has its focus firmly fixed on the future. Today, Trinity's campus is Ireland's largest research centre, a place where leading experts from the humanities, the sciences, and medicine are creating research that matters and then turning that research into impact. Thousands of new students pass through Trinity's gates for the very first time every September. They join a community of 3,000 staff, 17,000 students, and alumni more than 130,000 strong. A community that is inclusive and welcoming and active in every corner of the globe. A community that will bring out the best in each student and help those students to make their way in life. Our students are all different, but they share one characteristic. They have never been content to accept life as they find it. They agitate. They innovate. They build new worlds. Perhaps this is why Trinity has produced 1/5 of all Irish spin-outs, more entrepreneurs than any other university in Europe, and more than half of all the Nobel laureates from the Republic of Ireland. Perhaps this is why Trinity collaborates so well with the Irish and multinational companies that make Dublin their home. Perhaps this is why Trinity has changed with every generation, and why Trinity never sits still. Perhaps this is why one of the world's great cities is home to one of the world's great universities. Trinity College, Dublin.
Vâng, các bạn đã thấy video hay không ạ? Mình có mong muốn sẽ có một ngày bước chân đến đây và học tập ở môi trường như vậy không ạ? Sau đây thì tôi xin được phép giới thiệu diễn giả tiếp theo là anh Hiker đến từ trường TCD sẽ có cái phần chia sẻ về trường. Please welcome Hiker from TCD. Please give him a big hand and over to you.
Thank you so much. And to everybody that joining this session today, thank you so much for joining this evening. Let me just try to, okay. Let me just try to load this. Okay, so you guys can see this, right? And thank you so much again for PHC for organizing this particular session today, and thank you so much for Apple. I've been sharing great information about UCD herself, and also some of the overlapping things that I might share a little bit when it comes to our location, since we are located in the capital. So first, just thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Haikal, the Recruitment Officer for Trinity College Dublin for this region. And I guess today's presentation is pretty much giving you an overview for what are the choices that you can study at Trinity College Dublin. So first, I would like to share